Hi, this is a quick tutorial of how your child can use Spelling City to practice spelling at home throughout the week. To access Spelling City, probably the easiest way to get to the site is to type in the address in the the URL at the top of the screen. Spelling City, one word, .com. That's all you need. Press enter. I'm sure you could also Google the site and it would take you there as well. The page you'll see when you arrive will probably look more like what I have on the screen now. Let me enlarge it. On the right side, you'll see a place for a login. If it's not there, like you see on my page, you can click the blue button at the top labeled login, and it'll take you to this page. Your son or daughter will need to put in his or her username. In this case, and they should know this, it's a 7-digit number starting with 101 and then ending in 4 other digits. They use it all the time throughout school, so just ask them if they don't know. I'd be happy to tell them and tell you. I'll just use a sample code that I created. Then the password is my last name with no capitals, so lowercase m-I-l-l-e-r. Then you click login. At this point, you'll start to see the page that I have for my classroom. And in order to practice, your child will need to find the drop-down arrow underneath vocabulary and spelling lists. And he or she can click on that and then look for the spelling list. In this case, we're going to be starting list 1.5 for the story Rows and Piles of Coins. So you could gain access to the practice activities or the spelling tests here, or you could get to them a little bit to the right on the same row as that 1.5 story. If you click on the S test hyperlink, it will take you to a spelling test. The V test takes you to the vocabulary test for the same story. Teach will teach you the spelling words and vocabulary words, and games is a place where your child can practice. I encourage your child to work on the spelling words via the practice test. I'll show you that right now. If they click on practice test, that'll take them to a place where they can hear the word and hear it in a sentence and then type it out, and they'll be given feedback on how they've done. They shouldn't take the spelling test at home because we'll do that in class. I'll show you really quick what this looks like. The screen will pop up.
Get ready for the test?
They can just skip the intro.
I was proud to finish first in the race.
They'll hear a word and they can type it. This will continue. They can also hear the sentence. They can play the button, push the button beside the blank to hear the word again,
Proud.
or the sentence.
I was proud to finish first in the race.
Once they've completed the list, they can click check me at the bottom, and then they'll receive feedback. They'll get a green arrow on showing how they did, if they got it right, or they'll say the words will also tell them if they got it wrong or if they didn't even try it. And then for the words that they missed, they can practice incorrect words over here on the right, and that'll give them another test on the words that they missed.
I prefer washing in a shower more than a tub.
To return back to the page I started at where they have choices, they can click on My Teacher's page at the top. Again, you want to go to list 1.5. So the practice test is great. That's a good way to see how you're doing, what kind of progress you've made. They want to try to be hitting 15 out of 15 on that at home. But probably what your child is most excited about, and which is also a good way to practice, is the games. Click on that tab and it'll take you to a bunch of different activities, any of which is a helpful way to practice. The spelling ones, of course, are the ones that would be great for practicing spelling at home, and any of these is okay. And then, of course, here you can also find the spelling test and, you don't want that spelling test. You can just find the games, and these would be a great way to practice. So that's a quick tutorial of what your child can do at home online for Spelling City. The really cool thing about this is there's also an app your child can download on a tablet, iPod, iPhone. There's one for Kindle Fire. There's also one for any kind of Android device. And if you need help with that, please let me know. There's information about that up at the top of the page. And a lot of kids really enjoy doing this on a tablet or something at home. But the key is logging into the site. That's really important because if he or she doesn't log in, I won't be able to monitor how your child is doing and give them extra help if they need that help. So thanks for your time and for paying attention. This has been a quick tutorial of Spelling City.